Yeah, so it's a bunch of white people that went to Oakland to rally for reparations of the descendants of slaves. But it takes this really weird slant. It's awesome. Anyway, let's watch. We can discuss as we watch.
Uhuru, everybody! Uhuru means freedom in Swahili.
Freedom
I just want to welcome all of you today and thank all of you for coming out to the March for Reparations to African people. Uhuru, give yourselves all a round of applause.
Yep. I'm a descendant of settlers, and I believe in reparations in order to heal our nation. And we need to address racially based climate change in order to save our planet, in order to save this race. And we need to give reparations before we're going to be able to heal anything, including our planet.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you. Your heart's in the right place. Damn. Uhuru.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
This guy is awesome, by the way, who filled in for Andrew. Really good video.
You're probably wondering what you're watching. I'm your host, Andrew Callahan, and that footage was from the Uhuru Reparations March on the streets of Oakland, California. At the time of this rally, I was a few hours south in Hollywood at an anti-vax march.
Here we are, Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine, Freedom March.
But the night before, we caught wind of a very important day, the National Day for African Reparations, hosted by an organization called Uhuru Solidarity, whose slogan is white solidarity with black power.
As white people, we have always upheld the lie that America is the home of freedom and democracy.
But the reality is very different.
Long before Trump and the cries of fascism, African people were catching hell.
Something is wrong with this reality. Because every opportunity and amenity I have has been at the expense of my black and brown brothers and sisters around the world. You owe money. If you don't give it, we're gonna come take it.
Coming to take it.
And I've seen Prince take it, all right?
So while I was busy in Hollywood at the anti-vax rally, we sent our African studies correspondent, Saddam, to the Bay Area to figure out what the hell's going on.
I love this outfit. I don't know why. Is he wearing a green beanie? Like, 'cause it looks so funny.
Oh, and it's keying out? Yeah, it might be.
I think.
Uhuru. We are here at Snow Park. It's one of the whitest parks I've ever seen. We're going to see the Uhuru Solidarity Movement. It's a bunch of white people that believe in African reparations. They want to give us money, so let's get some money.
Do you guys believe in reparations?
Kind of, yes. I think I do. I mean, I guess it just depends on how it's handled or whatever, but in some form. Broadly, I would say it's probably a good idea.
I never really thought about it until like the past year, but I'm 100% in favor of reparations.
The thing is that like when Reconstruction happened in this country, they were essentially going to do reparations then, and it got completely fucking gutted and just and stopped, and then
they were supposed to get hooked up. Each freed slave was supposed to get a plot of land and some money and shit.
Exactly.
And then at the last minute, they're like, "Fuck that."
What's it? I'm blanking on his name. The president that stepped in after Lincoln got his head blown off, basically.
He was like, "Psych."
Cock-blocked it. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I mean,
Johnson?
African Americans, descendants of slaves, have been absolutely have never even given a chance to prosper in this country from the minute they were freed as slaves to being denied loans, you know, to living in poor neighborhoods where there's no property tax, so the schools suck. And
yeah, it's just a lot of bullshit piled on year after year for
the wealth is generational, right?
Plus. Right, exactly.
Wealth is generational. So I come from a middle-class family. My parents were able to pay for me to go to college and give me opportunities. And not only that, but when you come from a middle-class family, you live in you go to a decent school because, again, it's all funded by property tax.
Right, even if it's public, your school is likely going to be a lot nicer.
So, you know, and like wealth is generational. So black Americans were never able to even buy houses because they weren't given loans, you know, back during Jim Crow.
Redlining, baby.
After, yeah, redlining. So, like,
yeah, I mean, I'm not smart enough, or I'm not the person to know what that would look like, but broadly as an idea, I think it's probably a pretty good idea. So
yeah, there's a reason that the black families' net worth is like 1/10 of white people's, and that's why you see this class divide. I think the first thing you could do is fund their schools, fund their communities, pay for college, help them get, uplift the community by providing good education.
You see some people on the left too say like, no, we shouldn't do that because it's better.
Subsidies for home loans would be a great way to get in there.
Oh right, yeah, yeah, and some people just say like, no, you should make social programs universal because if you don't, it'll cause too much resentment and
sure, that I guess that's ideal.
Right, but yeah, I feel like it is a unique circumstance with like descendants of slaves.
They are literally disadvantaged. And what's most fucked up about them being so disadvantaged generationally is that it perpetuates racial stereotypes about all, like, people use that to justify racial stereotypes.
They're lazy. They just don't work hard enough. That's
they're lazy,
why they're poor.
They're violent, they're criminals. It's like, no, they're poor. They're poor and fucking disadvantaged because they used to be slaves. Yeah, I say fucking reparations all the way, dude. The net worth of a typical white family is nearly 10 times greater than that of a black family. Thank you. See, I got a stat right, AB.
Hey! We did it.
Got him.
See, motherfuckers? I know what I'm talking about.
Now, that said, like the guy said, it seems like these people's heart are in the right place. This seems pretty goofy.
No, you see as it unfolds, these people are fucking crazy. But as a concept, I think we should do it, man. Too bad this country's run by a bunch of white supremacists, pretty much.
I was just hearing recently about some individual organizations are starting to just take it upon themselves to do it. I was hearing it was actually a monastery, is that the right term? Abbey? A place where a bunch of monks live, Christian monks. And basically, during slavery, they had slaves working on their property and, working their land and everything. And they've just taken it upon themselves, and they've themselves tracked down the descendants of the individual slaves that worked on their, again, priory is a nun thing. Anyways, it's not important. But they are, just cutting checks to the descendants of the slaves that used to work on the church. So, shout out to
the government needs that is a cool thing that they're doing. But giving good preferred mortgages on home loans and shit like that,
Sure.
That would go a long way.
A different take on this. I know over a 90-year-old man who was in Auschwitz. He was an Auschwitz survivor, and Germany pays him every month.
That's true. Holocaust survivors.
Yeah, Germany actually did do reparation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he gets a fat check.
Does he? How much does he get?
I don't know the exact dollar amount, but I know it's.
Is it fatty, like millions?
No, I'd say it's in the thousands.
Yeah, Germany. Honestly, those guys did a good job in trying to turn a new leaf there. Pretty impressive how they were able to rehabilitate their country, and I mean they just fucking straight up slaughtered people, and America's still like, yeehaw. Anyway, let's watch this.
The United States of America was built on stolen land and stolen labor. The African People's Socialist Party was putting forward the figure of $4.1 trillion in unpaid labor. It's really about we as white people confronting our...
Hang on, I got a update here. In 1988, Germany approved money for Holocaust survivors. They would get $290 a month. Come on.
I was told it was more than
$290 a month, Germany. Come on now.
Well, in what year?
1988. Do an inflation check on that, bro. You killed all of us, almost. You almost killed all of us, and you only get $300 a month.
1988, right?
But these are people that were in the Holocaust. Come on, Germany, step up. Step it up.
$672 US.
That's some doo-doo dog shit right there, boy. Better than nothing.
It's more than slaves in America.
I mean, it may have increased as well. I don't know. I'm seeing there's a lot of stuff going back and forth since
It's like,
the
bro,
90s.
if I got a check for 300 bucks after being in the Holocaust, I'd be like, dog, I was in the Holocaust. I mean, if you want to pay fair labor, those guys literally worked till they died, literally.
Yep.
I mean, come on, cut a check here. Anyway.
Privilege in this system, and not just confronting it ideologically, but confronting it actually by giving back.
Can I have $5?
Are you serious?
Yes.
You got change?
I love this.
You got change?
Actually, I don't. Sorry. I don't. Sorry.
Okay. Next time.
This is the best thing ever.
Yeah. Next time.
Wait, so did he give him the money or did he not get the money?
Oh.
Because
well, you said next time, so maybe not.
Yeah. I think
see,
he didn't
that's
like that he
fucked
didn't
up,
have change.
bro. You got to put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, I don't think that's what reparations is. Just asking white people for money.
Give me $5.
Yeah.
What's going on?
We're here marching for reparations for African people. We want reparations.
How would you like to see like reparations being used like in the black community?
I think that's up to the black people and how they want to do it.
That's true. That's true. Can I get $5?
Of course. I only have a 20. Does that work?
That works. Yeah, $20 is cool. Thank you.
Dude.
I love you.
I love you back.
That's awesome.
We're with the Freedom Socialist Party, so we're a socialist, feminist, anti-racist, international party. Again,
Can I get $5? That's so funny, man. It's awesome.
Coming from an anti-capitalist perspective, we do think that redistributing the wealth is going to need to happen for any liberation to really happen.
Hell yeah. Can I have $5?
Hell yeah.
That's not the massive reparations. Where it comes from matters, and it needs to be paid by the people that have reaped the benefits.
We are for reparations. We are, actually working on, a pamphlet on what, the specifics should be. But reparations are a just demand. When you have people that were stolen from their countries and then tell them, oh, hey, you're free now, but we're going to still let people, discriminate against you. You need to make things right through reparations.
And that's mega corporations, and it is the capitalist system. And I don't think it's, I'd give you $5 if I had it, but I don't think it's for any individual who's part of the working class. Again, I don't have it the way I should have it under this system either. So it's not so.
Sounds like someone who's making excuses. Pony up, lady.
Much. I don't think for any working class or poor person to provide that personally, but to be in a movement that's demanding that happen at a systemic level. And again, tax the rich to get schools, tax the rich to make housing, tax the rich to pay for reparations. That's where I would come at it from.
So right now, hella people gave speeches, and now we're marching to the furniture store, the Uhuru furniture store. So far, I got $20. I would have got 25, but the dude didn't have change. Some of these niggas are just broke.
My name is Allie Aiello from Oakland, California, or I'm not from Oakland, California. I've lived in Oakland, California since February of this year, and I'm from New Jersey. Yeah.
All right, cool. So what are we doing here today?
Yeah, so we're out here. The organization that's putting this on is the Uhuru Solidarity Movement. We're an organization that works under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party to organize, particularly in the white community, for reparations to African people.
They're associated with African Social Society, or what is that?
I didn't hear. I'm reading.
An organization that works under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party.
Oh, African People's Socialist Party.
To organize, particularly in the white community, for reparations to African people.
Africa is the future. It is the youngest continent on the planet. There is so much potential there, living there. It's so dynamic. There's so much opportunity. It is literally the future. It will drive innovation from the youth and from additional investment.
What are 3 of your favorite things about Africa?
Oh, okay. I was in West Africa, and they joke a lot with each other. And so, like, if I'm Toure and you're Koulibaly, I'd be like, oh, you eat beans, and you'd be like, oh, well, you're my slave, so.
This lady gives me the weirdest vibes. She gives me like super weird vibes. And she seems to like fetishize black people.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Yeah.
Cool.
Weird example,
can I get $5?
I don't have any cash, but I can Venmo you.
I only got Cash App.
Oh, I got Cash App.
Oh, okay, cool. Shout out Cash App. Cash App is the best service ever. Channel 5 Cash App gang. Shout out Cash App. The best way to send reparations. If you were reincarnated, would you be white again?
I want to say no. I would love to be like a part of the black community, like for real. But I also know that that's kind of like signing myself up for issues in life. But you know, I don't know, man. I like loved being in Africa, so like I would be very happy to be like a West African, like a mom.
I don't know why, but that question was so good because I just don't ever think about being born black or anything else, and I just feel like this lady is weird. She would love to be reborn black.
Malians specifically, they're the best people. They're like so kind and cool and honest.
Yeah, I fuck with Mali. Oh, do you live in Oakland now?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
How long have you lived out here?
2 years.
Cool. So going into the rally, I didn't know what to expect. I realized that most of these people weren't even from Oakland. A lot of these people was from like Virginia, Boston, Santa Cruz, San Diego. And the thing about Oakland is it's a majority black city, right? Was it Chocolate City, as some people would say?
Is that what they said?
I think that's what they used to call cities, like Chocolate Cities or some shit like that. It was a majority black population.
But Uhuru's platform for reparations does not address anything in the Bay Area. All the money collected at that march was supposedly going to the construction of a basketball court in St. Louis, Missouri.
Niggas love basketball.
That's so weird.
Playing, though. But that's not really going to uplift the community as much as like some type of educational institution, something that'll help people out, like free lunch programs. The basketball court seems kind of redundant to me, especially if you're in Oakland.
So Oakland has become one of the hottest rental markets in the Bay Area. Now people who've lived in the city for decades are getting pushed out.
Well, the reality of gentrification is hitting Oakland's LGBTQ community tonight. The building that serves as headquarters for Oakland Pride has been sold to a real estate firm.
Me and my daughter got regentified to North Richmond.
Spacious lofts and turn-of-the-century Victorians, West Oakland has been a hot spot for local artists and musicians.
It's kind of a quintessentially West Oakland kind of a space.
So the mayor of Oakland announced she's creating a special cabinet to look at housing and affordability.
According to the East Bay Equity Atlas, Oakland's black community has decreased by 25% in the past 10 years, and 91% of low-income homes of color are currently in areas that are actively gentrifying or about to gentrify. This is a result of big tech's takeover of the Bay Area, which has caused home prices to rise while wages for the working class have remained the same.
I mean, we should look and see how many basketball courts are in St. Louis.
Yeah, so they're collecting money to build a basketball court in St. Louis, which on face seems like a very racist kind of weird stereotype. Yeah, exactly. And that was really funny to pull up. Like, yeah, look how many basketball courts are there. It's so weird.
It just seems extremely racist to me. Yeah. I don't know. A group of all white people go to historically one of the blackest cities in California, the home of the Black Panthers, and they want to collect money from other white people, but like not marching through white neighborhoods and build a basketball court so we can ball up in St. Louis, Missouri, like on the other side of the country.
That's so
somewhere
funny.
Where the people who donated the money will never be able to see shit that might come out of there.
I don't know. I don't think Reparations is building basketball courts.
I don't think so.
I think it's more a little bit deeper than that.
You know what I mean? Who knows? If Michael Jackson, then oh shit. if the next Kobe Bryant come out St. Louis, Missouri from the Uhuru Solidarity basketball court, nobody in Oakland will be able to be like, I seen that kid, I grew up with him. You know what I mean? So, you know, we decided to see what's up with people from the town, actually from the community.
Well, all I heard was white solidarity. I said, I better get the hell out of here. Shit,
Wait, with what? Huh?
You're right. I didn't know what that meant. So.
Yeah. Well, what are your opinions on reparations?
I agree with it. I mean, as a people, we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, all we can do is state our case.
True.
You know what I mean? Just like with anything with laws and, you know, rights, you know. and hopefully Congress or our local officials will step in and and help out with that kind of a thing.
Hopefully. You think white people are evil?
No, I ain't saying no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some of them are, but some of them are not.
You think they owe us money though?
I think they should. Somebody should, give a little something back.
I think they do.
As a start, I think that every black person in America deserves the right to know where we come from, our ancestry, and it could be done with a DNA from our government. It would give us knowledge. It would empower us to know who we are.
This guy got an Eminem hat on, bro. Eminem racing, let's go.
Where do we come from? The slave trade, everything was lost. And the government owes us as a people to know where we come from.
What are your thoughts on reparations?
I think ideally it is owed, but in reality, I don't believe that it will happen. How do you put an amount on, and where does it start and where does it stop? So how do you calculate? I mean, America will be bankrupt, right?
What if I just start asking white people for money?
No. Absolutely not. I think that's a federal government thing. We just can start asking, people what money is. He doesn't owe me anything.
I got $20 so far.
Bye.
Reparations is not going to be, some sort of welfare check from the U.S. government, because how could a welfare check or some sort of payout or something like that ever meet the dollar amount that's been stolen from African people? How do you define what George Floyd's life was worth, in terms of the culture that he brought to the family, his role as a father, and what he brought to his community?
So who controls where all the money goes when y'all collect reparations?
The furniture store. I think it's a great way to raise money for the movement.
The furniture store?
They also have great stuff. Like, I've bought a lot of stuff from here.
Oh my God.
These people are so weird. What are they doing?
What does the furniture store do with the money?
Well, I don't know exactly how they use the money, but I think they use it for like the same kind of thing that we're marching for today, to build resources and to invest in the black community in the U.S. Yeah.
With basketball courts.
Does it go to the basketball court?
I'm not sure.
Uhuru!
This is my first time volunteering.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
That's a great video.
Wow.
These guys really know how to frame a topic, edit it up.
Fantastic stuff.
Such great content. This guy was super funny too. Yeah, man. I'm all for reparations. I think so.
That's exciting that he has some other anchors.
And by the way,
that can go out and kind of do what he does, because he's so good at it that I'm sure it's not easy to find other people that can.
That's what I was going to say. Not only that, but that guy did a great job.
Yeah.
So the fact that he can fill in other and there's so much going on. We need 10 Andrews.
Yes. Right.
By the way, Love said Pokimane just became a member.
Yes.
Sorry?
You know it's the real Pokimane?
Yeah, verified.
With a check mark. What up, Pokey?
Bring her in. Pokey, get on a call. Didn't we?